Covering breaking news on the global stock market this morning as international stocks plummet and U.S. futures drop. 22 News reporter Duncan McLean is live in the studio to break down exactly what's going on.
Taylor, it appears that international speculation on the health of the U.S. economy has crashed markets around the world, none worse than in Japan, which saw its major index fall by the most points in a single day in history while you were sleeping. That skepticism now bleeding into U.S. markets. We're looking at some futures here right now. The Dow has dropped by more than 600 points. The S&P down more than 139. The NASDAQ down some 700, and those numbers have climbed over the last half hour. That all, of course, future trading at this hour. That tech-heavy NASDAQ index, the most effective, now looking at likely a fourth consecutive week of losses. Tech stocks seem to be the most affected this morning, particularly in Asian markets, which are seeing the largest drops because their days are further along. Oil prices are down 2% as well, and U.S. Treasury yields are down. That 10-year note hitting a 52-week low already this morning. It's all reportedly as global markets react to U.S. economic conditions, particularly the lower than expected jobs report that we saw last week and the Fed's decision to not cut interest rates. Analysts are now afraid that the Fed kept historically high rates that were meant to lower inflation for too long after employers slowed hiring last month. U.S. markets had already begun to slip last week. Friday was the first back-to-back day of 1% losses for the S&P 500 since April, while the NASDAQ fell another 2.4% on Friday to 10% below its record that it set last month. It could be a correction. It could be a crash. We'll continue to cover regardless. Working for you live in the studio, Duncan McLean, 22 News.